Like and subscribe, and you'll have amazing luck for the rest of the week. Oceans are full of unknown mysteries, whether it's strange creatures, preserved fossils, undiscovered artifacts, alien entities, plane wrecks, or monstrous fish. I've noticed that most of you watching this video aren't subscribed yet, so if you do like the video, please consider hitting that subscribe button. It's absolutely free, and you can always change your mind later. With that said, enjoy the video. Crashed planes. A group of deep-sea divers in Oahu, Hawaii stumbled upon the remains of an F-4U Corsair that had been used in many wars and unfortunately crashed into the ocean in 1946 due to fuel shortage. Well, that's not only it. A group of friends once went snorkeling and they came across a crashed plane with pilots still in it, though they were ultimately turned into skeletons. The only problem I have with the clip is some loopholes. I mean, where are the clothes of the pilots? And if they were indeed drowning, why didn't they try to escape? Does it make sense to glue yourself to your seat and just die in there? Not to me. What do you guys think? Baltic Sea Anomaly. An alien entity was discovered in 2011. Until this date, nobody has ever been able to give a plausible justification for it. The accidentally found entity is a 60-meter thick circular body nearly at a depth of 90 meters in the Baltic Sea. A team of diving experts found a 300-meter-long track, and they decided to follow it. The track led them straight to the discovery, which is now popularly known as the Baltic Sea Anomaly. Immeasurable suggestions have been given to solve this mystery, but nothing satiates the alienness of it. The Baltic Sea is full of such mysteries. For example, a figurehead was found off the coast of Sweden. Divers surfaced with a wooden sea monster on the raw cliff and has been watched by millions. It is speculated that it belongs to a 15th century ship that sank in the ocean. Treasure in sunken ship. A YouTuber, scuba diver, and treasure hunter named Jake, along with his friend Brandon, decided to scuba dive near a sunken naval warship from the Civil War. It was rumored that the ship had guns and various other precious metals like gold and silver when it went down in the Chattahoochee River. The two of them dove and came across a variety of things, and finally found a whole lot of silver and gold along with many other items. Human skeletons. The next bizarre addition on our list is a number of human skeletons discovered deep in the waters of Lake Mead and captured on film by a camera dispatched to record the lake's floor. Who on earth expected to see those skeletons in the murky water of a lake? One in a cage, the other on a chair. Although they were covered in fungi and other debris, the human remains were in excellent condition otherwise. Gulper eel. Scientists were shocked when a deep-sea camera spotted a very strange creature lurking thousands of feet underwater.
Oh, it's a fish.
Defensive.
That weird thing had an extremely eerie, inflated mouth, but the more bizarre point came when that thing deflated its mouth. It was a gulper eel. This fish has a pouch-like mouth that can inflate to swallow very large prey.
Like, let me blow up so I can show them how big I am.
Incredible.
Wow.
Stargazer. We don't have a lot of information about this recently discovered species, but even the little knowledge we have has forced us to call them the nightmare of the ocean floor. As terrifying as the beast's buttony eyes appear, it is equally vicious and quick when it comes to attack. It has its eyes on the top of its head, and therefore this master of camouflage is known as the Stargazer. They hide themselves in the sands of the ocean floor, waiting for prey to approach. Until the prey is in the fish's mouth, no one can tell where it has buried itself. The locomotive graveyard. A man named Paul Helper was scanning the ocean floor in 1985 when he came upon two enormous chunks of metal. Those massive metal pieces were actually steam engines and underwater steam train wreck. As a result, the well-known rail graveyard in New Jersey was unearthed. Despite the murky water, professional divers investigated the locomotive's ultimate resting place and discovered that they were uncommon Planet Class 222T kinds, a model that was only produced for a limited amount of time. Despite the fact that the two steam engines were little locomotives weighing around 15 tons and being self-contained, how they came to be buried and who buried them remains a mystery. Shark cannibalism. Well, this clip sent ripples of shock around the world as it showed the bizarre phenomenon of shark cannibalism. The bigger shark attacked and ate the smaller, and then nearby sharks came to take their bites as well. Just for your information, shark cannibalism is pretty common and active among them. The unborn shark babies are known to eat their siblings in the womb of the mother even before being born. Brinicles. Also known as fingers of death, brinicles are a deadly, twisting column of ice that drives itself down to the ocean floor. The clip shows how it froze a whole lot of starfish scattered on the ocean to death. Anything that touches it dies. This happens because brinicles are super cold. Let's talk science here. Super saline saltwater from the unbelievably cold sheet of ice enters the seawater. Due to osmosis, it attracts the less saline seawater that instantly freezes as it comes into contact with the super saline water. Boom! Here's your deadly finger of death. City of Atlantis. First written about by Plato, the lost city of Atlantis is about as famous an ocean myth as anything could get. But would you believe that some scientists think this island existed? It's believed that it was indeed a Minoan civilization, which was a highly advanced early civilization. It was devastated by a volcanic eruption on the island of Santorini, and a city wreck found there is proof of their existence. What do you guys think? Sarcastic fringehead. Also known as spectacularly ugly in scientific literature, the sarcastic fringehead has a funny name and odd looks. They are ambush predators and use their large mouths to eat their prey. Well, they also use the colorfulness of their mouths to communicate with each other. But the best part comes when they fight for territory. That's a sight to behold. Here, the two of them are fighting each other, and look how weird they look. 13,000-year-old human remains. Some of the earliest known human remains in the US were unearthed deep beneath the underwater cave networks of modern-day Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula. And they're a whopping 13,000 years old. A team of divers discovered the oldest intact human skeleton of a teenage girl named Naya in 2007. Surprisingly, the caves were completely dry beneath the water. She fell 190 feet into a pit and died there. This skeleton is said to be the most genetically complete human skeleton in the United States, thanks to her exceptionally well-preserved remains. As the DNA tests say, Naya was a genetic predecessor of modern Native Americans. Seahorse. Well, males of this species have a remarkable ability and responsibility to give birth to thousands of babies at once. They are the only males known to get pregnant and give birth on the planet. The female deposits her eggs inside the male's pouch, which is located on its stomach, in which the male carries the babies, as many as 2,000 at a time. The male then fertilizes the eggs inside the pouch. The gestation period lasts from 10 to 25 days, depending on species. At the time of delivery, the male pushes out dozens of baby seahorses out of its pouch, as you can see in this clip. Underwater river. Can you guys believe a river underwater? The most surprising of all discoveries, this underwater river was found by a group of amateur cave explorers while exploring the Cenote Angelina, a sinkhole. The way it works is that as limestone bedrock collapses, it produces a trench on the ocean floor that fills with new groundwater from below, which is fresh water, and salt water, which comes from the sea. It's as easy as that for nature to create an underwater river. Thank you very much for watching the video. Do like and share it with your friends. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to not miss any of the upcoming amazing videos. Thank you once again.